Today we're welcoming graduates from the Institute for Education and the School of Humanities and Cultural Industries. And I'll mention just a few achievements from those schools. Martin Suarez Guarin, a Master in Education, with MA in Education, will be speaking later. He completed the work of becoming what we call a global citizen at the university and has thoroughly demonstrated what it means in practice, acting as a student representative. His dissertation explored the experiences of his fellow students in becoming reflective global citizens, including developing concerns for active citizenship in education and development.
Martin Felipe Suarez Guarin.
That concludes the presentation of awards to graduates of the Bath Spa Institute for Education. And I now have great pleasure in inviting Martin Suarez Guarin, who has just graduated with an MA in International Education, to deliver the student valediction on behalf of graduates of the Institute.
Hello everyone. Here I am, again, behind the microphone, this time to tell you the way I feel after my academic life is done. 2 minutes is not enough time to describe the 5% of my experience as a student, but it is enough time to tell you that I also was a brother, a son, a grandson, and a nephew that represented a small family, a small Colombian family that probably has never placed a step in Europe. And I think that is precisely what life is about. It is about giving steps. Some of them with fear, but always with the conviction of breaking down the limits that could stop the motor of our dreams. Studying abroad has overpassed my expectations. The language, the research level, and the cultural shock are predictable challenges that an international student could experience. But beyond the classroom, there is an internal battle between the new knowledge you acquire and your traditions. There is a moment in which you can't recognize yourself anymore in the mirror, and the next day you redefine the multiple races that are mixed up in your blood. And then is when you feel the necessity to show what you're made of to the rest of the world. And we Latin Americans are made of steel. Let me share with you that I had the time of my life in Bath as an international student. But I also faced the biggest emotional crisis of my life. I lost my father and my grandfather in the middle of my dissertation. There I confirmed that friends can become family. And thanks to them, I could travel back to Colombia, faced with love that moment with my family, and after my little sister convinced me, came back to continue with the best way to honor my parents. Gladly I can tell you that my best friend's family received me in London, where I obtained an internship in UK Uni as an international education consultant for Latin America. And since then, I have been trying to support all those students whose biggest dream are to study in the UK. It makes me proud to say that most of my international friends who should be here are now in Latin America and Africa, changing the world with their own hands, applying the knowledge that they strengthened in my Bath Spa University and becoming an inspiration for the younger brothers. At least my brother Timo came for his graduation all the way from Ethiopia. Finally, I invented a word to replace thanks. Smaktahedo. Smaktahedo to my mother and my sisters who are still next to me, to all my family, including those who are called friends, To the Nicolas family who has Nicolized me with love and support. To all my Colombian friends that couldn't come, and especially smacked ahead to those two guys I remember each time I see my face in the mirror, my grandpa and my father. Gracias.
Thank you very much, Martin. You can see, I think, why we are so very proud of our students and of the new sense of international and global belonging that we're developing.